So on the table here I've got many of the parts for Astronaute by Baracol. I took it apart the other day and really enjoyed playing with it and wearing it. And now I'm going to put it back together for you, I hope. You'll also notice that the book is sitting here, just in case I run into problems. Now, I'm going to try this and see what happens. Alright, so we've got a number of different pieces. These little balls here have a bit that comes down, and that makes a pair of earrings. That is the only part of the puzzle that is not complete. I purchased this off of an auction on eBay, buyer beware. However, I must say it did come in very, very good shape. The only piece that was missing for this puzzle is those center earring bits. Now, can't get it apart. Alright, we'll sort it out. It doesn't matter. I'm going to do a little pull here. Let's see if that works. Okay. This particular piece makes quite a lot of jewelry, and I want to thank Jim Strayer for posting photographs of it on Facebook for me. I saw the auction come up. I know the value of it, and I was a little bit leery of bidding on it, but in the end, well, my love of Baracol won out. Okay, so we're going to start off and get that particular piece out of the way. I'm going to break these down into all of their respective pieces, and then I will show it to you once again as I work through it. My daughter was having fun tying the necklaces together. So here we have a piece, and this is attached to a nice round collar. There are 3 metal collars, 3 bracelets, 3 rings, a pair of earrings, and a what do you call it? A little pin, a brooch pin or something. Okay. Alright, so now I have all of the pieces separated out. It's very interesting. When I'm playing with this, when I was wearing this, it's actually quite heavy. So, alright, one last time. So there's a collar and one of the pendants that goes on it. That's a ring, two rings, a tie clip. This is a face that can be made into a pendant. Another ring right here. Snaps together to make a ring. There's a couple of the bracelets. There's 2 more of the pendants. Another one of the bracelets, and the last 2 neck collars. Over here we have the stand, which is in 3 pieces. The earring bits, as part of the base, and this is part of this, what makes up the face. There's the brain, if you will, that turns into a pendant. This is quite interesting. This has a little moving piece inside. I don't know if I can do this. Let me try this. A moving piece inside, so when you you can actually put pieces together, and then it slides around and locks it in place. So a little bit finicky. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put the face piece on the brain, and then we will make an attempt at sliding that around. And locking it As you can see, it's sliding around. This part here moves to lock it into place. And then you have a brain with a face attached. It's quite interesting. Okay. This then can be worn either on one of the neck pendants, or as I was doing it the other day, you can put it onto a bracelet. So, alright, that's that. What else do we have in here that's interesting? I really like this puzzle. As I said, it's a bit finicky. I'm doing this on my Mac and I don't know how to make it pause. So you'll have to bear with me while I... No! Don't do that, Roxanne. There we go. There we go. Alright, so those two pieces are apart. Another nice thing, neat thing about this is you can make a rocket, a spaceship out of something with this necklace pendant. We put that there. So here we have a base piece, and this can be made into a rocket ship. So how do we do that? We need this pin, this tube, that screws onto there. Sorry, my hand is in the way. So I've just screwed that onto there. Should focus in just a second. And then you can put the nose cone on, and you have a rocket. Okay, which is part of this thing. I'm going to take that apart again, so we don't need that together. And I want to show you just a couple of really nifty things about this. I hope it will show up in the photographs or in the video. So I've got one pendant here. This is, I don't know, a strange design. And I'm going to take the nose cone, put the nose cone on top. Now, when you look at it from the top, and you look down on that, you might be able, if it focuses, not working very well, but you can see it turns into a human torso, and you can see the torso through the top. I think the lighting is sort of a big shadow over there. No, it's not working very well in the video, but anyway, it shows into a torso. That one doesn't work. Let's see if this one will work. I find this one really neat. You take the other piece, set it into the center, and if we can get it to focus in, there you see we have a human. Oops. We can see the torso again through the silver piece. Right. And you can see there it doesn't look like much. When I turn it around to the other side, there's some backwards writing on there. I'm sure some of you might be able to read that. And this one doesn't come in very clearly. It's focusing in on the piece itself, not on the silver. But when you put the silver piece on top, you can read it, and it says homage to Jules Verne. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we will reassemble the puzzle. So we'll start off with the base. Flip that upside down. It just fits right snugly into there. Put this one in here. also fits quite snugly into there. You'll notice these have some grooves in here, and that groove is actually to hold that piece. So, and let's see if I can remember how this works. Here's where we come to here. See that I have done this wrong. I need to start off with that piece. Another piece. Maybe it is this piece. That way? No. Got it backwards. This one. Then this one. And then that one. Okay, so we've got it upside down. Alright, and once we've done that, the next piece to go on to here is that piece. And it just slides right on there. And you notice there's a little hole in there. Okay. So to line up the holes. And then the next piece to go on top is, slide this stuff out of the way. This is actually a torso that is visible as a torso, so that's the next piece. That goes on top. Slides in rather nicely like that. Fuzzy. Now, when he slides in, what he does is he locks himself in there. So you can see I've got this that piece there like that. And it actually needs to go. Oops. This is a bit fiddly. On the side, it's a bit more than a bit fiddly. It's incredibly fiddly. Right. As always with these things, taking them apart is much easier than putting them back together again. There we go. So, first piece is in, and you can see it now holds it in place. Okay, so we've got that one done. The next piece to go on is this one, and the same thing, slide him in, come up ever so slightly, and he should breathe, lock in place. Get another one locked in. Alright. From there, take that piece and work them in. So we've got the three top pieces on. And the next piece that goes onto there is his head, and there's a, I'm having a little bit of a problem because there's a little pin right here, and if you look here, there's a little groove, so that pin and that groove have to align. This, by the way, is number 308, just barely make up a signature on it right there. Okay, so we've got that piece in there next, and then mouse up a little bit higher. The next piece coming is this one. Right. And that just slides right into there. Okay. From that point, we move forward and we put on the astronaut's face. And we want his face lined up to the front. So there we have his face coming in. Next up is the sun and moon ring. This is a size 7.5, by the way, if anyone's interested. You all know my ring size. If anybody wants to buy me some jewelry, I would be happy. I like puzzle rings. Okay, so now we'll put his eyes in. From the eyes, the next position is the top of the scully thing right here. Okay. And then we drop in the tie tack. Oh, I'll show you the tie tack. I haven't shown it to you. Pin, tie tack pin, whatever you want to call it, brooch pin. So there's that completely assembled. And it's just one of those pull the top things. So next in is the pin. And then we drop this one down. So the pin is sitting on top of that. And it's got to be screwed into place. And again, it's a bit fiddly. That particular piece is not seated right there. Once you seat it, yeah, once you get it seated right, it screws in quite nicely. Alright, the next thing on is the nose cone. So put that on there. From there, we have this piece. Now, this is just a ring that sits on the top, but you'll notice that there's this indentation in here. And that goes on next like that. And it goes on so that we can put his eyes in place. Now, his eyes. I don't know if I've got the eyes right. So there's one eye dropped down. He's looking cross-eyed. That doesn't work. Got that eye down there. Okay, so that's the top eye. You have to make sure you get the eyes in the right way. So here's the other eye. So the right eye goes first. Oops. It drops into position and then it goes down into a groove that's in there. So you can see the eye is seated in place. Next eye up is that one. Right. And now that we have his eyes in, he's got to have a brain. And if I've done it right, the brain should fit just nicely like that. So we've got his brain in there. Well, nope, sorry, he doesn't get brain first. First he gets face. Tuck his face in first, and then he gets a brain. There we go. So now he's got a head. Next up is the top of the helmet. And on top of the helmet belongs a top piece. It's quite interesting. The face, the nose, and the mouth makes one of those, what do you call it? The reversible mirror thing, faces, two faces, candlestick faces. Next, and this is going to be quite tricky, I think. Slide through. Bracelets, next one. Probably put that in the wrong order, but that's okay. Up to Lucy, righty-tighty. Okay. And I'm going to turn it around so I can see the third place. Okay. So there's the minor bits. Bracelets are attached. All 6 bracelets. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to use tie tack so I don't poke myself in the pin. I don't know if there's a difference in the size of the bracelets and which one goes where, but at any rate, there's that. And now we've only got rather large assembly pieces that need to go in. And I do believe these go through here. So we're going to try this. And here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Obviously done something wrong there. should just slide it in quite gently, but it's not working for me. There we go. And tighten that one up. Right, next, I'm going to put one of the earring bubbles on here. Ooh, I've just done that the wrong way. Bugger, bugger, bugger. I have to start over again. First one in should be backwards. Yeah, okay, that's easy enough to fix. Took 30 seconds, didn't it? Okay. Take that back up. This one goes across the front of his face. Now this one to the side. Through there. Through there. Just make sure I've got it. On each side, drop in the other earring piece. Tighten that one. And then the last one goes around the outside. So first we have to put in, oops, actually you can see it. First we put the two earring pieces back in. Oh, I might get this done in less than a half an hour. Isn't that a miracle? Okay. There we go. So we've got the two earring pieces on there. We just need to line it up right. So they're on the right side. Okay. So I'm right over there. Simply tie this down so it's just kind of resting on the top. Oh no, I'm doing it wrong. Sorry. This is the first time I've put this together. I took it apart the other day, but I didn't put it together. So I'm going that way. One on the inside, one on the outside. That way it doesn't run away. Okey-doke. So we're going to slide that piece over there. We'll slide this piece over here. Turn that around, and Lexi is kind of stupid sometimes. She's like balls reversed. Okay, so much for half an hour. Okay. Turn it around. Just take that back off again. The balls have grooves in them, or not grooves, so they have to be lined up correctly, obviously. Got it. To the inside, to the outside. One of the rings is slightly bent. And here we go. Alright, we'll try this again. Bring that ball up there. Pop it into place. Bring this one over here. Pop it. What? Oh, maybe not. The earring piece that disappeared on me, I have already gone to the jewelers in town and commissioned them to make me a new one. So I have it, and there you go. There is the Astronaute, completely reassembled and disassembled, and a nice addition to my Baracol collection. Thanks.